one of the joys of the business is that you never know who's going to walk through that door. You know, I had a chap in, an American in yesterday, who bought 5 sets of blazer buttons. Nice order. I didn't know he was coming. We had to scuttle about a little bit to, you know, to make up some sets for him. But I mean, that's not a problem, you know.
Oh, look at him.
These are livery buttons.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you got one that's in slightly better condition?
Better condition.
Well, I've been to the Button Queen before. That was in 2001, and I'm holidaying over here again from Australia. And I belong to a button club in Melbourne, and our button theme for this year is the rooster, because it's the year of the rooster.
Some black horn buttons for an overcoat I bought in a charity shop, which was made in 1931, and still has a tailor's label inside with a date on it and who made it and who it was made for. But unfortunately some of the buttons are missing, so I needed to replace them. It's a lovely shop, and I've been here before when I've needed to buy buttons for clothes I've bought in charity shops. And it's one of those things you find in London that you can't find anywhere else.
Because I've got a suit that is okay, but if I change the buttons, it would look more than okay. So for £17, which are expensive buttons, I've turned an okay suit into something that I think looks considerably more than that.
Well, as the name Button Queen suggests, the business was actually started by my mother back in the early sort of 1950s. When I was younger, I swore that I'd never work with my mother. She's a fairly volatile, well, you know, even now she has her moments. I put her in touch with an Alexander technician, and he worked wonders, and she's never forgotten it, you know. Because my other hat, you see, I teach yoga.
We attend the same church.
Right.
And they needed help on a Saturday, so me and my brother, we work here on Saturdays, but we take it in turns. So this week's my week, and then the following week will be his week.
I had 2 students in this morning. They wanted 140 blouse-sized buttons in black. Now, you know, I mean, that's a lot of buttons at the best of time. They've got to be sewn on for a presentation tomorrow. So often these things are left, the buttons are left as an afterthought. And then you get the little old ladies who are trying to, you know, don't have a lot and are trying to, you know, sort of upgrade a cardigan. And, you know, sometimes they just want to come in and sit. That's fine. You know, one button, don't mind, you know. Because if they feel comfortable, then they'll come back. And it's not just about selling buttons. You're selling a whole ethos. People come in and say, do you sell Velcro or do you sell zips? I tend to pull myself up. I'm terribly sorry, madam. We don't use that sort of language in here. But no. Because if you do zips, then why don't you do poppers? And then you degenerate into becoming a general haberdashers. No, thank you. We advertise very rarely. We do get quite a number of write-ups. Vogue, got something coming out in Harper's. That is worth a lot more than you know, a little advertisement, which is probably all we could afford, stuck in the classified somewhere. And recommendation. People that come from, well, literally all over the world.
I live around here, and I'm aware of this shop. I don't think I've ever been into it, but I'm glad it's here. If it went, if it was going to go, I'd sign a petition for it not going, because I think it's the campest shop name I've ever heard. And the idea that people trade in buttons, old buttons, is a wonderful idea. It's very lovely. And I think it's also, I think it's part of what makes this road, this bit of the world, what it is, that it has a shop as completely daft as this. So keep it going, button queens.
Like in school, people think, oh, going to work is something easy, but doing it like every other Saturday is not something easy. But some people seem to think, yeah, it's easy to get up and go to work. It's not that easy to run a shop.
Occasionally I stick on a tape or get classic FM on. No, not 50. God, no.
Do you think there's a future for specialist shops?
I sincerely hope so. Who knows?